hooked up. Would somebody do me an honor of fixing our flag right here on the track side? Get things fired up out here tonight. If you've never been to a truck and tractor pull before, you'll look at the track's about 320 feet long, about 30 feet wide. Based out of clay, add a little bit of water, you'll see the white lines. That is the out of bounds. Each vehicle, if you want to get to the pay window, you need to stay between the white lines. Each puller in the class has 2 attempts to move the sled. As long as they do not go past the 100-foot mark, they can come back and try it again. Your first puller is your test puller, and we'll make sure everything is worked out. Right now, John Townsend on the Never Satisfied Chevrolet. 258.92 for John Townsend on his Chevrolet. 258. He being the test puller, we're going to find out if he's going to keep it or turn it down. He'll have that option. 9 trucks out here in this class. Looks like Chevrolet all the way through. He said he's going to keep it 258.92. Tonight,
258.92, 258.92, 15.0 on the speed.
Looks like Casey Morse up here. On this Chevrolet. Casey Morse on his Chevrolet.
296, 67, 21.9 on the speed.
20 minutes out of balance on the danger zone. Mix up in the lineup, but we've got a Spirited Away 10 truck out here tonight. 10 in the class.
Shootout from Tavern. 6,300 pounds, 440 cubic inch. 700 to 900 horsepower. Let's get him in the lead.
Large variety of products installed right there. Tidewater Off-Road. Now it's Adam on the danger zone. Set him on the #1 spot last night with the Chevrolet. Brand new motor last night running. This is the second run on the motor. Had the motor built, had a little bit of trouble, missed 2 pulls last weekend. Yes, sir. Small block, 440 cubic inch. out of Millboro on the small block. Virginia. David doing the driving on the Chevrolet. Well, he'll pull up and get a tight chain. Sled operator, he's got the green light on. He says, I'm ready. Sled operator says, I'm ready to go. I'm all good. Then you got to start and end flagman, making sure everything's squared away. Green light, green flag. Let's go.
24.5 on the speed for David. 24.5 on the speed.
First time rookie puller right now. On the stressed out. Casey Avery doing the driving on the stressed out Chevrolet. Or maybe no, it is Chris. Casey said, I'm going to let Pop drive tonight.
It'll get dark in a little bit.
Each puller has to start off with a tight chain. He'll pull up a little bit, bump it, get it together. Running the clutch, everything ready to go, bringing up the RPMs. You'll hear him bring it up and just trying to ride off that clutch. 304.70. Now these pullers, in order that they pull in, they go through registration. They'll drop the numbers in the order that they pull. Then the truck goes across the scale, gets weighed in, and they get up on the block. The concrete down there, they'll check the hitch height. Then they get out and ready to go. 304.7. Chris on the stressed out. Dylan Wood, the truck they call newcomer. Gilman Heating and Cooling and Plumbing is one of the premier plumbing, heating, ventilation, and air conditioner companies in Virginia. They've even expanded their services all the way out to the northern neck. Call them. Tell them you heard about us at the tractor pull. Get them to come out and service your heating system before it gets too late. Gilman Heating and Cooling. Childress Metal Fabrications offer in-shop or on-site welding and fabrication service. Right now, Dylan Wood on the newcomers. Unofficially right now looking at somewhere on the number 3.
310, 31015, 24.8 on the speed. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, we got a good announcer. I'm gonna let him do most of the distance.
River got you covered. Also, extreme driver fence post drivers. These drivers are the best class in performance, quality, and durability. Thinking about putting in a fence, you want to do it yourself, you've got a tractor, I'm going to tell you, extreme driver fence post drivers is what you need on the back of your tractor. Makes the job easy, made right here in Virginia. You don't need to go any long distance. He'll even deliver it and give you a demonstration. They'll take care of you. Shelton Stylings on the Stylings Motorsports out of Hertford, North Carolina. On the Hammer Down. He's looking at that 3:15 mark, the leader flag down there. Watch that red LED scoreboard. Help her out, relentless on the Chevrolet. She's got to get past that 315 to take home the big money back down to North Carolina. Good enough right now for the number 2 spot. 31367. Gage Browning. Gage Browning, are you here tonight? Gage Browning. We have something that belongs to you. You need to come over here to the announcer stand. Gage Browning. Nobody's lost. You just lost something you're going to need. Come on over here to a little bit of community effort getting this truck out here and get it on the track. They've had some problems. Just about 5 minutes, well actually before about 4 o'clock, it was on jack stands and they were putting oil in the rear end. Been working on everything and getting everything set up and out here tonight. Because they're all shooting for the big money right now. Adam Stylings on the Danger Zone Chevrolet. He was your second truck coming out on the hook at the 315.56. What you got? We done found him. All shooting for that big money.
discussed, we said no DQ because it didn't hit the ground. Look at this right here. We got all the small block guys right here. All of them. All hanging out, cheering each other on. At the end of the day.
Alrighty, give you a rundown in the class.
Is your winner.
Finishing up number 1 out here tonight, Adam Stallings on the danger zone. Your number 2 spot, Miranda Chapel on the relentless. Number 3 spot goes to Ernie Deal on the outcast. 4th spot goes to Shelton Stallings on the hammer down. 5th spot goes to Dylan Wood on the newcomer. 6th spot, David Hall on the part-time hooker. Number 7, Delton Stallings on the after hours. Your 8th spot goes to Chris Avery on the stressed out. 9th spot, Casey Morse, and 10, John Townsend, finishing up out here
Can I
tonight.
get some makeup though, Will? I seen your sticker on the back glass.
We sell makeup.
Huh?
We sell skincare. We don't sell makeup.
Rodina and Bill's supposed to have makeup.
I know, they got a little bit.
Because my sister had something. Look, I was over there and forgot about it. I was like, Megan, give me some foundation. She said, try. Dawson, that shit I put on my face and I see the prices.
Also, like to thank some around local seed company. Seed company with. Like to thank Riverland Insurance, H.H. Umps, Ben Ellis Jr. Farms, also Davis Systems, Fastener Engine Development, also G&G Excavating, Pioneer Seed, J.M. Fogg Farms Incorporated, and also Sonny Leonard Engines out here tonight for their sponsorship. Trucks out here tonight. All shooting for the big money. They're finishing up number 1 spot. Be able to take home a good check at the end of the night.
602 for Matthew Fant, 29.9 on the speed. For you, those of you who remember, that's the old Jim Lyons Stitches truck. And now it's owned by, it was formerly owned by Mason Brisendine. Now it's owned by Matthew Fant. And he's pulling.
He's going to turn down. Matthew didn't have a good run at that 296, and he has that option. We're going to watch John T. Davis on the Young Gun as your next puller, right here at just outside of Tappahannock. You'll listen to a little bit of noise on the backside. Got one of those two-wheel drives back there warming up the motors. They're going to be coming up just shortly. 10,000 pounds super tractors. Get those tractors across the scales and in the staging area. 10,000 Super Pro Farm.
John T. gonna work that left side groove. It works out for him.
We normally watch the first two vehicles to make sure we got a good sled setting. Right now, tough competitor right here doing the driving. John Davis doing the driving, what they call the young gun.
On the speed.
7.85 sled is set, and that'll be Monkey Davis on the seldom seen, your next puller in line. Now you'll see these vehicles that they're making a good run out here tonight. The best overall average, being able to take home the big money out here tonight. Also like to thank Riverland Insurance for their sponsor. We're in Bowling Green, Ohio, competing against 40 trucks in the class, and we've got them here tonight. They're locally grown and owned. The top 3 trucks are here in Miller's Tavern for the Southern Showdown Shootout. Monkey Davis on the truck he calls the seldom seen. To be Kevin Schools on the Just Rutten next on deck, but right now we're going to tighten up the chain, look down the track. Sled operator says, let's go. On the Pioneer sled, on the seldom seen, Monkey Davis. See him crack the throttle, then all of a sudden backed out of it and said, no, Nelly, something isn't right. He has that option. He did not go past that 100-foot mark under power and slid right on down to a stop. Well, you're talking about 17 miles an hour, and all of a sudden you stop it, and that sled will give you a nice, pretty kiss right on the bumper. All these trucks are set up with all this safety equipment. For us, the drive line loops, safety equipment around the engine, around the clutch. Also on the back side of these vehicles, the gas or the alcohol machines are having what they call the kill switch. Anything happens, we'll be able to shut that truck down the sled and forward, and then you just look right down the middle of the track. Everybody at the starting line been pretty much sitting in the same spot on the takeoff, dead center. You have about 30 feet in between the two white lines, and as a puller, you can figure out where do you want to put start off that sled, one side or the other. Some of them will line them up a little bit different, other than your V-bar or your V-blade and keeping everything rolled down and scraped in.
Looks like Kevin Schools is up next out of St. Stephen's Church, Virginia. Chevrolet he calls Just Rotten. Kevin's been pulling on the Grand National and Regional National circuits for many, many years with this truck. He's a former Regional National champion.
Kevin's started pulling in the 6400, or actually the 63 Street, and then moved into the 64, and picked up this truck a couple years ago, running the Big Sunny. Kevin Schools on the Just Run.
Next guy coming up, he's been around for a while. He's been around.
What do you say, this is the third run on the motor?
Third or fourth run for this big old 650 Sonny Leonard Hemi motor. He picked this up this year actually.
Went out to Bowling Green. I think the first hook was out there at Bowling Green.
Actually, it was at a local hometown pool back in Pennsylvania. Back around June, July.
Sponsored by Metco right there in Pennsylvania. Jimmy doing the driving on the Unleashed.
Cubic inch, big Sonny Leonard Hemi, sponsored by the DeKalb Seed Company. He's a former Grand National champion. Green flag, Paige Davis.
Jersey wall, you're going to need to get behind the yellow rope. Jersey wall. You need to get behind the yellow rope, please. Down at the starting line. Thank y'all. You need to be back behind the yellow rope. And if you're standing, came out with a 296 on the going big time, turned it down, coming back on his second run, his second attempt. Now, Tanner, I don't know, but if I'd been a betting man and not knowing, I might have kept that first run. But you don't know what the track conditions are going to change. The sun is still up. The moisture's not coming up to the top. It's still a little bit, I call, loose.
I surely agree with that. I do agree.
You don't know. If you're having some problems, you can get pulled back in the back and look at. You still have time. You can go to the bottom of the class if you won't have. Sitting in the seat, and tighten up the chain. Look down the track. New setup right there for the Southern Comfort pulling team. Tavern or Tappahannock, where you got the 5 top trucks in the Grand National Circuit at Bowling Green right here. You got the Punisher, the Young Gun, Just Rutten, and the Benjamin, and the Seldom Seen.
And this guy right here as well.
Yes, sir. He is an awesome running, tough, good competitor. Been pulling many, many years. And Mike says he has a gray hair. Ben picked up the last number, the last puller in the class on the Benjamin Chevrolet. 296.43. 296.43. We're going to wait to find out. Well, Matthew Fant on the big, going big time. Is he going to be able to come back? Somebody let me know. I don't know if he's going to be able to come back. I don't see him down there in the staging area. Matthew is not being able to come back. Something on the truck is not right. He's going to be coming back later, hopefully, not back out here tonight. Alrighty, finishing up in your number 1 spot. John Davis on the Young Gun, finishing up number 1. Your number 2 spot. Kevin Schools on the Just Ruttin. Your number 3 spot. Ben Ellis Jr. on the Benjamin. Your number 4 spot. Monkey Davis. Number 5. Gregory Griffith. 6. Mike Ump, 7. Peyton Davis, 8. Jimmy Mortz, 9. Matthew Fant. All we getting into. Thank you, Greg. I want to make sure. He said he's not coming back.
Hello, John. What we got here?
How about it, Ford fans? Where are you? Oh, you're mighty quiet. You're mighty quiet out there. Ford? You know I'm not a Ford person, but that thing does look mighty neat.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Wheel standing mega trucks. All right, y'all hold him up. Keep the red flag out. The man down the plant said he's ready. Want to make sure everything is ready. Ford fans, where are you? Lord have mercy. What in the world? Did I see a bunch of 20s fall down on the ground right there? That's what it looked like. Because you're going to probably take a bunch of 20s to fix it. How about it, Ford fans, once again? Watch yourself.
$21.7 on this.
Diesel sponsored Chevrolet. Chevrolet fans, you still here? Well, you're more awake than the Ford fans tonight.
You got to watch him. He's got a little small V6 motor in it.
That don't sound like no V6 motor in it.
Well, maybe he has 2 V6 motors.
You never know. Alrighty, gonna get it backed into the sled here. Alright, pull up to a tight hitch, green light on the sled. Alright, here we go, Matt Perkins.
to get those tractors in line. 10,000 pounds, Super Pro Farm. All right, Chevrolet fans, where are you?
That's better. Now, if I remember correctly, I've seen this truck many, many times. Sometimes he ends up out there with old Earth Dog.
I tell you, right now you're looking at Matt Perkins, 324, good run with his Chevrolet, and then you got Butch Self at the 296, and we'll see what the Chevrolet of Devin Brand can do out here tonight. Backing him on up, getting him all squared away, locked in gear, and get him on a big hitch. Stand him on up. I don't even know why they got four-wheel drive. They don't even need four. I know why they have four-wheel drive.
Why's that?
When they brake on the rear, they can still get around on the front.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's right. It's not for the pulling, for sure.
No, it ain't. What do you think, Chevrolet fans?
I thought he was going to tiptoe right down that line for sure. 3:16:11 for Devin Brand. 3:16:11. The Chevrolet on the number 1 spot out here. Matt Perkins. Get everything squared away. Get into your next class. 10,000 pound Super Pro Farm. You got E.L. Harlow on the Harlow Harvester. First on the hook with a pretty good commanded lead out here tonight in the point series. All he's got to do is drop the hook on the hitch and he's got it wrapped in. But that's not what he's looking for. He's looking to be able to get that Harlow Harvester in your number 1 spot in the victory lane out here tonight. Then you got Thurman Mumford on the mechanical bull on the number 2 spot on the hook. Doug Heyman on the bull binder on your 3rd hook. Then Chad Nelson Road on the recap disc, sitting in your number 6-cylinder diesel. 1 injection pump, a P pump on the injection pump. 1 turbo intercooler water injection. Billy, I'm right about that cubic inch. 650? 640. We'll make sure we got it right. But it doesn't matter, just a few cubic inches and then we're ready to go. Now these tractors are running 1 P pump, 1 big injection pump, 1 single turbo, intercooler. Now the air goes in through the turbo, then it goes through the cooler box. Now they'll burn somewhere around 40 to 60 pounds of ice in the cold water trying to cool that air going in to the intake. So it comes out of the turbo, goes to a crossover pipe, goes to the intercooler. Then they're going to start injecting water. And that water injection is kind of cool down that fire on the back side, on the exhaust side. When that thing starts building, it all of a sudden starts building a little bit of fire. And you're going to start seeing a little bit smoke change. But when you start seeing it right now, it is a light blue color. And then they'll be going into the area of building up more RPMs, more fuel starts burning, starts cramming more air, more fuel, and then all of a sudden you might see a little bit of fire and then you'll see it go out. That's where they're rolling on all of the fuel and the water injection is coming on to kind of cool down those pistons that are running, where these tractors normally run from the factory maximum 2,800 RPMs. They're well over double that.
Oh yeah.
So you take a tractor from the factory, as this tractor rolls setup, you might be somewhere around PTO, somewhere around 150 maximum, 150 on the horsepower. But they're well into over 1,000 going to the back wheels. But once again, all of the safety equipment on these vehicles
Yeah, go ahead and leave this one. Yeah, there you go.
All the safe equipment on the driver with the helmet, 5-point harness, fire suit, sitting in the roll cage. Now they did these roll cages somewhere around, I would say 20 years ago, started adding tractors with roll cages because of the wheel speed that they're turning and something breaking, setting him on his end and hurting the driver. It's all for this safety. E.L. Harlow, your points leader right now. With the hook on it, I can say he's probably the points champion. The tractor they call the Harlow Harvester out of Orange, Virginia. And I would assume he's going to take that run.
.35, 31.9 on the speed for E.L. Harlow.
He didn't know what to say. Oh, Lord, cowboy. Happy birthday down there. I appreciate y'all coming out here tonight. If you're here, who's there watching the store? That's what I want to know.
We have a lost wallet. It looks like we found maybe some identification. If Tanisha Davis could come up to the announcer stand, we have a wallet. It was found at the food truck. You can come up and retrieve that here in the announcer stand.
The only reason they lost it because everything done run out of it. Now sitting on the tractor, they call the mechanical bull, Thurman Mumford. Some of our sponsors here in the class, Appomattox Young Farmers Trucking Principal, with their sponsorship, also Pulling Team and Extreme Driver, Post Driver, our sponsors here tonight, and a little extra kitty up at the end of the night. 321. 7 tractors here in the class, and then we'll get into the super modified 2-wheel drive.
Lucas Oil East Coast pullers in our 466 hot farm class.
Now they're running in a little bit separation. They're running in this class. They can run about 500 pounds extra in the weight. We're weighing in 10,500. So they're running a little bit smaller engine, a 466. Doug Heyman on the Bulls Binder International. You'll watch the smoke a little bit. It's going to get a little bit darker and darker as he starts bringing up the RPMs. got a good hook, got off the clutch, stood the front end up, tapping that right brake, and then all of a sudden she laid down 331. Out of slipping right now into the number 1 spot unofficially. 331 mark. Chad Hemsworth recap this. Your next puller in line, and then you have Billy Rice on the lights out. Fire in Warsaw. And Fear Force, your Haunted Force up there in Harrisonburg. On the International, Chad Nesserow. .80. 322.80. Ready to go into class, and then we'll get into the two-wheel drive.
They're all going. I got one more.
Billy Rice, the lights out of South Boston, your next puller. Billy Rice on the Lights Out International out of South Boston. .18, 320.18. Billy Rice. Dustin Reynolds on the pulling teeth. Tractor. A dentist by trade, oral surgeon out of Lynchburg. A little bit smaller motor, 466, a little bit smaller setup, but he also is weighing in 10,500 on the pulling teeth. Out here tonight, the pulling teeth pulling team, along with the Appomattox Young Farmers and the Extreme Driver, post driver. But right now, Dustin Reynolds, and then you've got Bob Martin. Those two to go, and then we'll get into the two-wheel drive. For Dustin Reynolds. Now Bob's looking down the truck. He's got to get past that 330 mark to get him in the number one spot. E.O. Harlow and Harlow Harvester right now setting the mark at the 330. Binder, 331.56. Slip him right up on your number one spot.
Here's your winner, Bob Martin. Strong tractor. 331.56, 31.8 on the speed.
The class, Bob Martin finishing up number one at the 331 mark. Then you got E.L. Harlow on the Harlow Harvester, number two. Your number three spot, Chad Nesero on the recap this. Number four goes to Thurman Mumford on the Mechanical Bull. Your number five spot goes to Dustin Reynolds on the Pulling Teeth. Sixth spot, Billy Rice on the Lights Out. Seventh spot, Doug Heyman on the Bulls Fine.
Super modified two-wheel drives coming up right now.
On the super modified two-wheel drive. Going to make a little bit of noise. You might want to cover your ears. Weighing in 6,200 pounds.
They're going to go put it on the other one that's going to run less. They're going to take the blower hat off of this one and go put it on Crystal Wilson's herd.
32 miles per hour. I think that is picking them up and getting them down the track. 337.15.
So they're going to take that blower hat off of that two-wheel drive truck and put it on their other one. They're going to come back and run that one last.
Johnny Wynn doing the driving on the truck they call the Bad Attitude. Oh, yeah. Getting him all strapped in, getting the kill switch hooked on, dropping the chain on the hook. Gonna get him to tighten up just a little bit. Cubic inch motor with a big blower sitting on the top. I call it the Dolly Parton hair dryer sitting on top. Making sure you got a seatbelt all locked in tight, ready to go. Tighten up on the chain. came out real quick. That thing had a hard bounce. Something happens like broke traction and all of a sudden she just slammed right down. Is he okay? A little shaken up a little bit. I see him moving around. He's coming out of the cab. Give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Kind of shaking him up a little bit. That thing was up on a run and all of a sudden, boom, it just dropped. I don't know if it lost something in the driveline because when he cranked on the throttle, the coal on it, and something just kind of went turned loose. I don't know if it was in the motor.
Which, a pretty good announcer.
Brown driving the Ford C-Cab. And if you notice that gentleman standing on to the right side of that truck, that is Randy Brown, also one of the drivers for the Grave Digger monster trucks. So motorsports is in that family thick, tightening up the chain. Alan Brown on the new ride, on the new Ford C-Cab. Coming out of Maryland, drifted all the way to the left side on the truck they call the Running Bear. ladies, you gotta help her out. You'll need to make some. Looking for you, and all of a sudden, poof, she done broke. Might have broke a blower belt or something. Just all of a sudden, just detonated.
Wow, I could feel the pressure coming off of that thing all the way over here. 237, 28.7 on speed. She was bringing them in. Kevin Graham striking that line.
Tough break. See if she's can climb out. Y'all make some noise so she can hear you. Crystal Wilson having a little bit of trouble on her dirty money, kind of turning something loose on that power plant, putting her on the number 6 spot.
I think I'm wanting that.
All right, I'm sorry, 7th spot. Alrighty, finishing up number 1 out here, Alan Brown on the Ford C cab. Then he was also 2nd place for Alan Brown on the Sweet Thing. 3rd place, Darren Wilson. 4th place, Johnny Wynn. 5th place, Steve Wilson. 6th place, David Carlton, and right there, Crystal Wilson. Those 7 out here tonight. E.L. Harlow into the 6,200-pound Sportsman Shootout, where we got Cam Racing Engines, one of our sponsors, also JNC Farming, also JT Brizendine Farms.
All right, leave the record on.
Y'all having fun out here tonight? Well, that's what it's about, having fun out here like cool air. We started off in April. We'll finish up our point series here tonight. Got a couple of hooks here in the next couple of weeks. In October, we'll finish up some of our pulling. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to present our points champion out here tonight in the 10,000 Super Pro Farm. Come on, crew, y'all got to get over here. You're part of it. But right now, E.L. Harlow set him on the number 1 spot. Had an awesome year this year. Been back and forth. Some of the pulls you didn't make. You had a hired gun do some of the driving. But I'm going to tell you, hard work pays off. You said you did some turning the wrenches this year. You said, I think I found the thing that's going to make it work. But what is that one thing that made it work? Ain't gonna say. You're not gonna tell me. But anyway, out here tonight, E.L. Harlow out of Orange, Virginia on the Harlow Harvester, our points champion for 2021 in the 10,000 Super Pro Farm. 6,200 pounds, Sportsman Shootout. Jerry Smith on the truck they call the old goat. Put him on the number 1 spot last night in the regular points class. He's coming back out here in the Shootout, running the Dodge. How about my Dodge fans? Where are you? 23.2. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be up top. Temple's going to be downstairs. Bob Martin came out on the Boss Hog binder with his crew and everything out here tonight. A lot of wrenching, turning, making that Boss Hog binder international. Put him on your #1 spot out here tonight in the 10,000 Super Pro Farm. Bob's out of Pamplin City, just outside. He's one of our promoters and pullers. He's with the Appomattox Young Farmers that put on the pull down there in Farmville. That's what it's all about, the family affair. They got a lot of work goes on. And awesome running with the farm. Once again, Bob Martin, give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, on the Boss Hog binder, finishing up #1 in the 10,000 Super Pro Farm. Hey, Bob. Aaron Sponogle on the truck they call Stealing Thunder. It'll be Chuck McQueen next on deck, then Mike Shiflett.
I got it.
7,800 light pro stock tractors. Get them in line. You're going to be coming up next. The 7,800 light pro. Those 5 tractors, and we'll go back to the shootout. The second round. Ford fans, where are you? You've had a Dodge run 323.20. Right now, you've got a Ford. He broke the front drive line about 100 foot, and then all of a sudden, did it put itself back together or something? Because it didn't have the front wheels turning. That's just no. Man, if that Ford would have had 4-wheel drive, no telling where he would have gone. 277.75. Bob. Thurman Mumford, I need y'all both to come to the announcer stand. Billy Rice, Thurman Mumford. Chuck McQueen on the hard net.
So where are you at on that?
Chuck McQueen coming out of West Virginia. Hard to handle. Finish up the #3 spot in the points chase. In the Sportsman class. Right now, the old goat 323 setting the mark. Shifted on the clear cut.
I'm fine. Don't worry about it. We'll get another.
Something then cut off right there. I don't know if he had a fuel problem or ignition.
I guess I should have got one of them hats last night when we had that pump there.
I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, Visor Engine Development, also T&J Towing out of Mechanicsville, SB Cox, your demolition contractor out of Richmond, along with Roll-Off Service, Porter John Salvage Yard, also Local Seed Company for high quality Smothers out of Goshen, Virginia. On the truck they call the Money Hog. Help him out. He's looking to go for the GOAT 323. hog, on the money hog, 310.92.
They are offset. The front tires are just as wide as the back tires. The offset in the front is wider. That's the big difference in the truck. If they're offset by 8 inches on each side, that's 16 inches of fresh dirt that the rear wheels can get that the front tires have not touched. And that dirt is coming on the inside. That's why they offset them like that. So they get more fresh dirt per tire. Now you know. On the rump shaker. True story, a couple years ago, these girls were dancing on this truck in Raleigh, North Carolina. It really is the rump shaker.
On the rump shaker.
What do you think? We're gonna have a good track tonight.
It looks better.
How's the ball? Ball good?
Watch how far they're digging in. See the tire, look, through the hole. It looks 100% better.
Back to Mike Shiflett.
We got a man that cannot be here tonight.
The Ford, he had a little bit of trouble, backed off the track, and hopefully be able to be back.
We miss you, Chief Decker Bear.
We've got 4 left out of the 9 here in the Sportsman. They're all shooting.
I sent you. Rest up.
For that 3:23 mark. Once again, Cam Racing and Hauling, Hauser Fabrication, Money Hog Motorsports, Chuck McQueen, and Jerry Smith, the old goat. Those sponsors here in the class, paying a little extra for the giddy up.
That's right. Get well soon, Chief Decker Bear. We miss you, baby. If you go look back at some of our videos,
Right now, moving the sled over to the right center.
Here, leading up to the National Modified 4x4 videos in the past. I appreciate him. He's an awesome sound man.
Philip doing the drive. Once again, at the end of the track, where you're going off at the end of the track pullers, you gotta move and keep that track open on the side-by-side. Lord, jumping bunny. He called on the throttle. She kind of went to a lift. And he said, no, ma'am. You want to check that front grill? He got the hood scoop opened up now.
107.01 on that first attempt.
Trouble. He said not worth of trying to tear it up. Having a little break. 46.26 for Philip.
Tough run for Philip.
Tow tractor.
We got Bob Simmons coming up.
We got one coming. We got a gator.
Mikey's in the chat. He can administrate. Scott H. I don't know if he's here. He can administrate. Say a prayer for Chief Naked Bear. The Simmons weren't able to get it done today, but we still miss him not being here. All right, politics, please, 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 be nice. Don't get
Tammy
political.
Hauser
Y'all,
on the GMC.
that's not the place for this.
Dirty Hooker
This is
coming out
a
of West
truck
Virginia.
and tractor pull. You're not going to sell
Then we'll go to
an
Mike
e-agenda
Shiplet
here.
on the clear cut.
And just my 2 cents is,
then we'll go to the
e-cars are costing 75 cents per mile to operate. Regular vehicles, gas vehicles are at 25 cents per mile to operate. Until that changes, you don't really need to be bringing it up. We're running 90% coal for most of America and a lot of the world. So it's just one of those things that you got to know your facts. And until you come up with some hard facts, let's just keep it out of here. This is a truck pull trying to spread some Americana.
I see you. Get him in the staging area. You'll be the first. And then it goes to Ted Ingram, then Clayton Sweeney, Bradley Seal, Steve Flynn. Those 5. Tammy Hauser on the Dirty Hooker. .93 for Tammy Hauser. Hey, Charles Whitlock. Charles Whitlock, where are you, Charles? Raise your hand. Hey, spot me a 20 and I'll owe you. You got me? Spot me a 20 on them tickets. Thank you. That's $20 worth. Thank you, Charles. 303.93 for Tammy Hauser.
She was going for it, 304.
Then there was one left to go into class.
30 miles an hour on speed.
Mike Shiplet came out on the track, never made any type of movement on the track, had a little bit of problem, so he still has 2 attempts to move the sled. Center of the track. Something gave up right there at
That's
the
right.
end.
Henry's heartbeat. Hey, Mikey, if you hear me, if you see anybody calling each other names, just go ahead and hide them, or ban them, or whatever. Yeah, driving line people down.
Alrighty, a rundown in the class. Jerry Smith on the old goat taking a double win this weekend. On your number 1 spot. Number 2, Aaron Smothers on the money hog. Your number 3 spot goes to Bob Simmons on the Abbott. Number 4 spot goes to Mike Shiplet on the clear cut. Number 5, Tammy Hauser on the dirty hooker. 6 spot, Jason Williamson on the rope shaker. 7 goes to Chuck McQueen. 8, Aaron Swanogel. And 9, Philip Simmons out here tonight.
This is the 78 pound. I think we're going with an 8,000 pound light pro stock class.
7,800 light pro stock smokers. Perrin Bean all the way from California, Maryland on the Alice Chambers tractor on the D21. Calling the tractor all about that Alice. 466 cubic inch, 6-cylinder diesel on a P pump. Water injection, 3 inches on the inlet, 4 inches on the exhaust on the turbo. 1 single charger. Double cuts, all this safety equipment on the tractor. Perrin Bean, all about the Alice. 311.28. Find out if Aaron is going to keep it or turn it down. All right, got the word. He's going to keep it.
.28, 30.2 on the speed, 30.2. He was hard.
Ted Ingram on the Acme Rocket out of New Canton on the Ford 9600. If you have bought a Rappahannock FFA 50/50 raffle ticket and you have bought a red ticket, you're in luck. Now, because they did do blue ones and red ones. 9123604. 9123604. If you bought a raffle ticket, any winners? If you bought a red raffle ticket, if you got a blue one, thank you for your donation. But if you got a red ticket, 9123604. No, that's for the fire department. They're doing the Jack of Diamonds, this is the 50/50. Yeah, a little different, I understand. I got you. 9123604. Need to come see me. Ted Ingram on the Acme Rocket. .5, 3305.
.1 on the speed, 330.50 for Ted Ingram. Cousin.
330.5 for Ted Ingram on the Acme Rocket.
Sweeney coming out of Logan. It's road gear. That's what. Road gear plus. .mile an hour on this Acme Rocket. That thing was on fire. Clayton Sweeney on the Barnstormer coming out of Lothian, Maryland. He's one of our in-house or out the house. Out. He is the Air Force recruiter. Spending his last months as a recruiter in the Air Force for over 20 years. We thank him for his service, as everyone that's done their time in the military. We thank you. But right now, Clayton Sweeney on the Barnstormer on an International. Once again, 9123604. You got about 2 minutes. Make some noise.
That thing hooked, went to the left, kind of wheel hopped a little bit, back on the brake. 303.57. We got a winner on the round. All right. 303.57.
Clayton Sweeney, 303.57, 28.38.
Bradley Seal. Bradley Seal.
Clayton Sweeney, tough run. Almost hit the
If you have lost
Bradley Seal. Coming out of Madden. That'll slip you right up on the number one spot. 33.1 on the speed. My Lord, son, you're picking them up and putting them down. 33.1 on the speed.
333.1.
333.27 on the distance for Bradley Seal. My goodness.
Steve Flynn. On the head case, your points leader in the class. And right now hooking up to the sled. That's good enough to put him on the number one spot. Bradley Seal on the number two spot. Ted Ingram setting him on the number three. Aaron Bean on your number four spot. Clayton Sweeney rounding out those five. 34 miles an hour. That is the fastest speed out here. Yes, sir. I see it. 34 miles per hour. The track is coming alive. For these trucks and tractors, hopefully your next class is going to get a good bite and take off and run with it. Alrighty, getting ready the National. John Davis on the Young Gun finishes up 1 first. Kevin Schools had him on the number 2 spot with Ben Ellis Jr. on the number 3. And then you got Monkey Davis 4, Gregory Griffiths 5, Mike Hump 6, Peyton Davis 7, Jimmy Mortz and Matthew Fant. Those 2 not coming back. Pete Jones, you need to head up there to the shop for the drawing on the Jack of Diamonds. Pete Jones. We'll tell you what the big money is going to be able to come back. Matthew, you're not going to come back?
I'm right off that.
You're broke? You're done? Okay. I want to make sure I had your name here.
Especially the Northern Pennsylvania.
And also Jimmy. I got him on the scratch. Mike Gumps. Then it'll be Gregory Griffith next on deck. And then John Davis on the Young Gun. Those are your next pullers in line. Those 7. 6,400.
But anyway, yeah.
Pro Street Shootout. Get those trucks in line.
I'll get with you about the McDonald's.
Yes, sir. Get the tow. Going to need his tow truck. Get his vehicle back out there, going to tow. Let me know if he's going to keep it or not.
Then they can do the weight adjustments in the back end, so we're not holding the show. 31330 for Mike Humps coming out of Winchester there. Beautiful. Super Duty.
He said no, sir. Now, Jimmy, he turned down the 313. I don't know if that was good or bad. I don't know. He did turn it down. He's going to come back. All right, want to make sure. Gregory right now on the Southern Comfort, sitting on the left line. Flint. Steve Flint, come up to the announcer stand, please. I need to see Steve Flint. Back as your test puller.
So they just reset the sled.
Now we made changes to the sled.
Reset the sled.
That'll make him as a test puller right now.
He shouldn't have done that. We didn't change his name. He shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have done
He's going to keep it. Sled is set. Tow tractor.
Just so you guys know, these are running
He's got it right there,
17
no
up to
problem.
1,700 horsepower.
It'll be John Davis on the young gun.
1685, 1695, something around in there.
2267 right now.
I've
is the leader
personally seen the
marker.
dyno sheets. I know we're looking at
Sled is
1700
set.
horsepower.
Sled was reset. That'll put Mike Gumps in the bottom of the pack coming back.
John T. Davis coming out of Tavern on the young guns. He won the first session. We'll see what he does. He is your second hook after the sled reset. Left side rear. You know the deal.
He finished up on the #1 spot earlier tonight. We'll see if he can capture. Best overall finishes.
Like you did $10,000.
And if it ends up being a tie, we'll go on the distance.
Yeah. I mean, they ain't gonna keep it on.
Right now, John T. Davis on the young
I
gun.
wouldn't even call it a valve train.
But you know what? That might work on their budget for a little next year.
Oh, yeah.
Like to thank Riverland Insurance, also H.H. Umps, Ben Ellis Jr. Farms, Davis Systems,
on the miles per hour, 32.4. Wow. Getting a little wheel hopping. That is moving, 32.
If you find a set of keys, bring them over here. They done lost the keys to get home, and they're on curfew. He got to get home quick. So we might be having an upgrade. Bunky Davis on the seldom scene. Now Bunky put him on the number 4 spot. We'll see how it works out here. We'll need a tow tractor. 305.85. We'll need a tow. There we go. We got him on the spot.
He saw the drone.
As I was saying, if you find a set of keys, they are Denali keys.
I'm going to tell you.
Bring them on over here.
Our class video is going to look pretty good with
Check 'em out.
drone footage, you know.
Appreciate it.
Y'all
If you
don't
find
want to
anything.
smash that subscribe button because it's going to be off the chain. 305.85. 31.102.
Had a little bit of popping going on the firing. The 305.85.
Davis. We call it Willie B. Willie B. Doing a little crab walk. I'll remember that truck. That's right. Yeah, I know. Mine only does like 30. See, mine, the gimbal, it can't hold that speed. I mean, it's like almost Bill Davis was.
Peyton Davis on the Punisher. Didn't have quite a good run earlier. And put him on the number 7 spot. We'll see if it works out a little bit better right now. John T sitting good on the mark. 330.45.
I know he put 30, 32 an hour. I don't know what it was. 31, 331 something.
Hey, Will, we're going to do a photo op real quick.
All right. I got it pretty much covered. Pretty much covered. You remember this? That's right. That's right.
Out here on trackside, Steve Flint on the head case. He's our 2001 points champion in the 7800 Light Pro Stock, and he laid down a 34 mile-an-hour run. He said he's never been that fast on the tractor before. Steve, how did things roll with you when you're going down the track?
Man, we were just picking up speed the whole time. Once it hooked up, it laid me back in the seat.
Well, that's an awesome feeling. Out here tonight from Natural Kevin Schools on the Just Ruttin.
Yes, it is.
On the Chevrolet, he finished up on the number 2 spot, right behind the young gun. Now what he's got to do, he's got to get ahead of John Davis. But Peyton Davis at the 3:30 mark, putting him right now on the number 2 spot. Your last hook tonight. Then we go back to Mike Ups on the green machine.
Hey, look, I'm telling you. I don't know who it is. It might be Ben Ellis. If it's Ben Ellis, let's do it. But let's just wait. Hold on, let me look real quick. If we can't.
On the green machine on the HA jumps. Ford. finishing up here tonight. John T. Davis on the Young Gun finishing up your number 1 spot. Your number 2 spot. Peyton Davis on the Punisher, number 3 spot. Ben Ellis Jr. on the Benjamin, 4 spot. Kevin Schools on the Just Rotten, 5 spot. Gregory Griffith on the Grey Goose Southern Company.
Simmons, looks like he's coming back. Philip the name. Don't know who we got in the driver's seat right now. Everything is findable. Everything is findable.
All right, on an exhibition run only. Philip Simmons. You know, we talked about this on the Shootout. 6,400. Scotty Harlow. Scotty Harlow on the Untamed Horses. Now this is the 6400 Grove Street Shootout. Scotty Harlow, the Untamed Horses. .3
on the speed, 27.3, 300 even.
The best overall finish is John Davis on the Young Gun, finishing up number 1. But your number 2 and your number 3 spot was a tie in the standings, so we had to go by the measurement. We take both measurements, add them together, get a total. So that would put Ben Ellis Jr. on your number 2 spot and Kevin Schools on your number 3 spot in the best overall in the shootout. Okay. He was involved in an accident on the farm. He's doing better. He's healing up. He's missed a couple pulls, but he said, I'm coming to Miller's Tavern to make a run out here tonight in his truck. Jerry Young sitting in the truck they call the Haymaker out of Fredericksburg is your next puller. And then to be Jonathan Zacharias, if I can say that right, on the Hawk. And then Great Perry on the Big and Nasty. So Jerry Smith is doing the driving on the Haymaker. Okay. Jerry Smith doing the driving on the truck for the Haymaker. And then it'll be Jonathan DeHall next on deck, and then Great Perry on the Big and Nasty, and Kathy Jewell on the Tenacious. 13 trucks out here tonight, and their sponsors out here tonight: Roy and Son Pump Service, Crosswinds Cafe, Armstrong Farms, Extreme, Benjamin Ellis Jr. and Kevin Schools. Oh yeah, talk to me. Coming out of New York. Jonathan doing the driving on the Hawk. It'll be Gray Perry on the big and nasty. Next on deck, then Kathy Jewell on the tenacious. 13 trucks in the pro stock shootout.
Moving the leader mark.
Yep, 155 miles south.
Come on up quick, Kevin. All right.
Yeah, here we go. Yep. Yep.
Gray Perry on the big and nasty Chevrolet.
How's it feel? Look good. Huh? Lead right now. Don't accelerate. Pull the tires up here. Come back and accelerate.
Gray Perry on the big and nasty Chevrolet. Finished up number 1 last night in the class. Now they've got some sponsorship and gone back out here to go into a shootout. To be Kathy Jewell next on deck, then Tommy Henley, Brad Roy. Those are your next 3 in line. a
I heard him.
young lady sitting in the seat. Number 2 in the points chase. Put her in the number 2 spot this year in the runner-up spot, but she was number 1 last year. But right now, Kathy Jewell, this is a shootout. The end of the year shootout for right now. Kathy Jewell doing the driving.
Here a little bit. Had to go take a photo of it.
Once again, I'd like to thank Jerry Smith Enterprises, also Brown's Hauling, Buckshot Motorsports, Pants Tree Service, Brown's Trucking, yes ma'am, 311.78. That'll move the leader marker, that right there, puts the marker at the 311. Your new leader right now in the class.
78, 29.3 on the speed.
Then we'll get to the last class, which is 17 trucks in the class. Right here, right now, 311. Kathy Jewell setting the mark. $307.85. That right there officially puts him on the number 3 spot for Tommy Henley. Brad Roy on the cash only. For the cash only. Hey, is he going to be able to smoke his cigarette going down the track? Steve, a.k.a. Hot Rod Haston, doing the driving on the cash only. Hot Rod got him a cigarette lit up. I can see that thing burning good tonight.
That's your sled operator tonight, gamer.
He's puffing on that cigarette just like the last thing on earth, man. Nervous. Brad, what in the world have you done? You done got a fire suit on him. Hot Rod gonna do the driving on the cash only Chevrolet out here tonight. Now y'all know one thing, don't you? He don't know but 2 speeds. That's fast and faster. I hope that thing's got some good driveline parts. Oh yeah.
If you like number no cigarette when you get out here,
Hot Rod used to driving a big truck on the road. He ain't know nothing about no Chevrolet.
Hey, man. He gonna wander though. Get to the line. Oh, that was the line.
He's a truck puller now.
311.98, 28.8 on the speed.
He was your points champion in the 6400 right now. Hooked up to the sled. See if he can get his Ford past the 311.98. Hot Rod doing the driving on the cash only, setting the mark. 311.98. Right now, the cash only 311.98. Hot Rod, where are you, Hot Rod? Setting the leader marker, cigarette in hand, and he'll put it on him. 4 to go. On the green light, green flag.
CBK, keep it in bounds.
Up next, then Bobby Harlow on the Rum Runner, and then Eric Gretenauer on the Craze Obsession. Those three. 6,200-pound Outlaw. Get him in line. You'll be coming up in the next class. Wesley Griffith, then Cooper, Casey Morse, Kevin Hodge. on the Buckshot Reloaded on the Chevrolet out of Culpeper. Something just turned up and cut right off and backfired.
Tough break for Williams.
Not right. Like they were having smoke coming, popping back out through the carburetor. That thing might have jumped time somewhere. Something didn't turn loose. 15.7 for William Bennett on the Buckshot Reloaded.
I got the drone flying through the mirror.
And that'll put Bobby Harlow up next on the Rump Runner. Gretenauer on the Crazed Obsession. Those two in the class. Then we'll get to the 6,200-pound Outlaw. On the Outlaw Shootout, Wesley Griffith. And then Casey Morse, Kevin Hodge, Ben Simmons. Once again, Hot Rod is setting the leader marker at the 3:11.98 on the Driving the Cash only, with 2 left in the class. Bobby Harlow on the Rump Runner. 293.71.
There's the drone. Can't even see it. Gretenauer coming out of Stafford, right up the road.
Between the Chevrolet right now, set the mark, and the Ford, your last vehicle here in the class. Eric Gretenauer, this truck's been sitting still for the last couple of years, 2-3 years. got it out, started cleaning it up. Sharp looking Ford, coming out of Fredericksburg, or Stafford County. Eric Gretenauer on the Crazed Obsession. Now, he's got to get better than the 311.98. And I hate to tell you, the hired gun done it here tonight. All right, your top 8 in the class. Hot Rod doing the driving on the cash only. Put him on the number 1 spot. You know what? I don't know what you did, but you bound to find something in the track. Your number 2 spot, Kathy Jewell on the Tenacious Dodge. On your number 3 spot, Bill Good on the Virginia Lightning. Number 4, Greg Perry on the Big and Nasty. Number 5, Tommy Henley on the All Mixed Up. Number 6, Jonathan Zacharukas on the Hulk. Your number 7 spot, Dwayne Griffith on the Running Rampant, and Bobby Brown on the Mike, finishing out your top 8 in the class. The Southern Showdown for 2021. Once again, we'd like to thank all of y'all that have been out here with us this evening, this weekend, as we finish up here tonight with the last class. 17 trucks out here in the 6,200-pound Outlaw. Wesley Griffin first on the hook with his Ford. Once again, 17 trucks here. One of our sponsors, Brady Jones and Sons Logging and Central Virginia Chips.
That's a strong, fast truck, I'm telling you. My hat's off to him.
Get them in the staging area. right there at the end. On the throttle curse, Ben Simmons. William Campbell on the Scalded Dog next on deck. And Aaron Sponoggle on the Gray Buck. Then Joe Seal doing the driving on the Grunt.
300.91, 300.91, 24.9 on the speed. Yeah, there it is. Something I heard.
Aaron Sponoggle on the Gray Buck, running to forward. Tanner, write these measurements down on the next. The 2021 points champion in the 6,200-pound national. So you won't get run over. Mike Gumps on the H.A. Jumps pulling team out of Winchester, finishing up number 1. He was the points champion this year for the 6,200 national. Traveled all the way from out of Winchester all the way into the Carolinas, into Maryland, all over the place. pulling and finishing up number 1 on the Green Machine Ford out of Winchester. Mike, how long you been pulling?
Since 1978.
In 78. Winchester on the Green Machine Ford, finishing up number 1. Joe Sill on the Dodge, on the truck they call Gruff.
Once again, if you like what you see here tonight, want to see some great pictures and some great videos, my friend down to my right here, Mr. Ty Purnell with Ty Super Shots, he'll have some great photos there on Facebook and on the internet, and Mr. Will Witt on the other side there with WWPTV. You can find him almost everywhere. 98.93. Pull off tractor needed, please. Pull off tractor. Green flag.
On the Done Talking out of Dillwyn, Virginia, on the Mopar, on the Dodge.
Can't tell if there's locking stuff right here. You see on the video.
The James Griffin on the Sassy on deck. Then there was one. Thomas Alpin on the Danger Ranger. Your last puller here in the class. Right now, 3:26.58. Tom Hall setting the mark. And then you've got a 3:19.98. Kevin Hodge on the totally 12. Thomas Alpin on the Danger Ranger. Aaron Sponogle, Cooper. I need both of y'all to come to the announcer stand. Aaron and Cooper, come to the announcer stand. And as soon as Thomas runs, I'm going to need him to come down here front and center. But right now, he's looking at that 3:26. Tom Hall with an excellent run on the Outlaw Ford, setting the mark 3:26.58.
Southern Showdown. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time. We'll let the results play out. Boy, I'm tired. Puckered out, Kenny. That's it. We got backpack full. That's fine. Oh. Where your tail go?
See you, Kevin.
Your top 8 here in the class. Tom Hall finishing up number 1. Thomas Alpin on the number 2 spot. Kevin Hodge, the number 3. Wesley Griffith, 4. William Campbell on the 5 spot. Bill Hoover on the 6th spot. Kevin Graham on the 7th spot. And Pat Jones on the 8th. Out here tonight. I need Aaron Sponogle, Cooper. I think those are the only 2.
All right, we're going to shut it right there. Good night.
Will, I need to do a photo op.